We've been talking about this. Tomorrow, the U.S. Supreme Court will hear arguments about the controversial issue of same-sex marriage.
The court has ruled on the issue before, but never in a sweeping fashion that would legalize it across the country. Some speculation that tomorrow's set of cases could finally force the court to decide the issue once and for all.
But there is still a chance the court could issue a narrow ruling, which will keep the issue cloudy for the country as a whole. Joining us now to discuss the ins and outs of tomorrow's case, 7 legal analyst Tom Cranmer. All right, Tom, set the stage for us. A few cases tied together. How are they different? How are they the same? And why are they tied together?
Well, they're tied together because they really deal essentially, Stephen, with the same issue. The issue, of course, has to do with the validity of same-sex marriages and whether or not they'll be recognized as legally enforceable contracts, if you will, or marriages. On the one hand, the court is going to consider, as with Michigan and Kentucky, whether or not states can actually ban same-sex marriages. And for Ohio and Tennessee, the issue is a little bit different. The issue is whether or not states have to recognize same-sex marriages that are valid in other states.
Tom, the case from 2 years ago that struck down part of the Defense of Marriage Act, or DOMA, has some people thinking that this is a slam-dunk case. Is it? Is that a fair way for people to think?
Joanne, I don't know that I would call it a slam dunk, but certainly I think that case has given us some insight into where the Supreme Court might be headed. That was a 5-4 decision, and I think it is reasonable to expect that that might be the same outcome that we have in this case as well.
Now, what is the chances on this, Tom, that the court doesn't come up with a slam-dunk ruling that is clear-cut, that somehow they're the gray areas that are going to create new problems where states may be able to slide in and make their own decisions?
Stephen, that's always possible, but I think now that this issue has been teed up as it has been, I think the court is going to give us that sweeping decision that will decide this issue once and for all.
We'll all be watching. I've heard word that the decision could come in June, so we'll see. Have an eye on it for you. Thank you so much, Tom Cranmer, for joining us today.
My pleasure.
All right, so heading